If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 1 of a brand new My Player series here on the Chesnoid Gaming channel. If you're new to the channel, do make sure that you hit that subscribe button to ensure that you don't miss out on any further episodes in this series. If you enjoy the series and are looking forward to it, then make sure as well that you drop that video a like rating too. Hit the thumbs up button, it'd be fantastic if we could hit well over 1,000 likes for today's episode number 1. This is of course the second My Player series that we've done here on the channel for FIFA 16. We previously started as a central attacking midfielder and tried to replicate the playing style of Frank Lampard. Frank is obviously one of the best English attacking midfielders that we've ever seen, and I think we did very well in replicating his playing style. We weren't necessarily trying to follow his career path and play for the clubs that he did, but we were able to become 93 rated, and we were very, very good in the pass, extremely good with long shots, etc., and our goal scoring and assist records were very, very high. Now the plan is for this second My Player series to try and replicate the playing style of another of one of England's best players of all time, David Beckham. He obviously played on the right hand side of midfield, and that is exactly where we'll be starting in this series. We're starting at Derby County. I wanted to start at Championship level, but there are only a couple of sides that play a 4-3-3. Now I wanted to play in a 4-3-3 over a 4-2-3-1 because obviously in the first season, I want to be as involved as possible in the attacking play to help our growth with regards to getting as many of the accomplishments as we possibly can. The plan is to not train with my player as much as we did in the first series and try and get the majority of our accomplishments from in-game performances. That said, with us wanting to replicate the playing style of David Beckham, I am going to have to train my set pieces. So we will be training corners and free kicks and penalties, etc. from the training menu, but we won't be training, at least the first season, maybe in season 2, depending on how quickly we grow. We might start to train long passing and short passing, etc. But I'd very much like to try and grow organically throughout the series with the accomplishments that are available in game, and not overly rely on the training function. Because with the previous series, the central attacking midfielder series, we were very, very quick to get up to the higher ratings in the game, and it was a little bit too fast for my liking. So we'd like to take this one a little bit slower, and again, like I say, try not to train too heavily in the at least the first season. We might start to train in the second season, depending on how quickly we seem to be advancing. But the plan is, like we said, with this series, as was the case with the central attacking midfielder series, we're not necessarily trying to replicate David Beckham's career path. That if we end up at Manchester United or PSG or AC Milan or at Real Madrid, then fair enough. But the plan isn't to go out and immediately try and sign for Manchester United and spend loads and loads of seasons there. We just want to try and replicate his playing style, but I'd like to have my own career path, which is what we did with the CAM series. Of course, we started out at Middlesbrough, went on loan to Coventry, ended up at Everton for 2 years, then to Real Madrid, and then to Barcelona, rather controversially. This time around, though, we're going to be starting at Derby County in the Championship. If we can help get Derby promoted, then that would be absolutely fantastic. Obviously, in the first series with Middlesbrough, we went out on loan to Coventry. However, this time around, I'd like to try and stay and fight for my place in the first team here at Championship level. That is the main aim for season number 1. Get a first team spot at Derby County by performing on the pitch, hopefully try and get them promoted into the Premier League, and as is always the case with these series, you guys will decide where we go in the transfer window. If I make a move or not, and once you've decided on that, if you do decide for me to make a transfer, you will get to vote on every single transfer offer that comes in. That's how we've run every My Player series on the channel to this point, and it's how we will continue to run this one. Now, as you can see, we have been selected for this first friendly against Leipzig. This opening to the video has been post-com, but as is always the case with my player, I am going to do all of the gameplay live-com, and hopefully you guys will continue to enjoy that. This is only going to have one game in it, this opening episode number 1, to give those of you that are new to the channel just a feel of what my player is going to be like. And of course, if you'd like to check out the first series we did of my player, the CAM Frank Lampard replicating style series, then I'll leave a link in the description to the playlist, or you could just check the channel page itself for that playlist. And I'll actually set up a separate playlist for this second series. But the plan is to try and replicate David Beckham's playing style. So we want to be world class when it comes to free kicks, to crossing delivery, most notably. And if we could perhaps score a few more goals than David Beckham did, then that would, of course, really help in the growth of our player, because that was the one thing, if there was anything you could criticise David Beckham for, and there are very, very finite things you could criticise David Beckham for, apart from maybe a couple of haircuts, which may even give us the licence to try some weird haircuts in this series, thinking about it. But the one thing that David Beckham didn't really do in his career was score a lot of goals. He really should have scored more goals than he actually did, because he was such a talented player. From open play and from dead balls, he scored fantastic free kicks, but from open play didn't score that many, and I'd like to try and improve on that. With regards to the free kick style and the penalty style and the celebrations, I've tried to again replicate David Beckham. You saw the free kick style there that I've chosen. With the celebrations, I've chosen to go with the celebration that David Beckham used in the game against Greece back in 2001 when he scored that 30-yard free kick to send England to the World Cup in Japan and Korea. He performed this celebration. It was default celebration there, running with the arms out, and then he ran in front of the crowd, jumped, and you know, just raised his arms out to the side. So you'll be able to see from the thing in the background, the signature finishing move is going to be the one that I go for. I think it's arms out to crowd. I may even leave in a little video clip here of that free kick from David Beckham if I can download it off YouTube and don't get copyright struck for it. So if I can, I'll put that in now.
Beckham could raise the roof here with a goal. I don't believe it. David Beckham scores the goal to take England all the way to the World Cup finals.
What a free kick, by the way. So that's the plan for the series. We're going to try and replicate David Beckham's abilities, his celebrations as well, all the way down to that. Maybe we'll try, like I say, some of the hairstyles too. But without any further ado, let's jump into the first game of the series. It's a friendly here against Leipzig, and we'll see how we get on. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to ensure you don't miss out on any further of this series. And let's get going. Thorn to Butterfield. He's gone over the top. I've actually had to drift inside here. Camera could have played me through there. I finding myself drifting into a middle, and we've had our first shot of our career. It's on target on our left foot. Unfortunately, straight at the goalkeeper. I've found myself just drifting inside there, perhaps old habits, but we found ourselves with an opportunity to score. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get the shot off we wanted to, and I'm not sure how heavily I'm going to have to track back to get involved in the defensive side of things. There's now been a chance at both ends inside the opening 25 minutes or so. I don't know whether I'm going to be required in a 4-3-3 to track all the way back or not. We'll have to wait and see and keep an eye on the positioning little arrows whenever we're out of possession. We're just going to drill this inside to Camera. It's a good ball, actually. And he's going to get it out wide to George Thorn. People down the left-hand side to play in. Derby are a good side, of course. Unfortunately, this weekend they lost 3-0 to Hull City in the first leg of the Championship playoff semi-finals. But they are a decent team, and a cross may come in here. No, defensively, Leipzig have been very good so far. Just the one chance at either end, and we'll see if we can build something else before half-time that we're involved in. I'll come short here for Camera. We are, of course, a right-sided midfielder, but there's no harm in occasionally popping up on the other side of the pitch. We'll play it inside to Bryson. Plays a nice little ball to George Thorn, to Camera. Camera looking to maybe come around the outside. I'll call for it here in the middle, and can we lay it off to the teammate? I'll tell him to shoot. Chance for an assist. You know, we may still get a goal. No, good save by the keeper, and he picks up the loose ball. Close to an assist there then in our debut for Derby County, our uncompetitive debut, our first game in a Derby County shirt, but unfortunately, the goalkeeper so far has been very good for Red Bull Leipzig. Call for a through ball from Camera. He'll get it to me. Now, can we find a teammate? We'll just go simple. Bryson will find George Thorn and drift out towards this right-hand side again. But when the ball's on the left flank, I don't mind just drifting infield a little bit. Butterfield's going to find me here. We'll give it to Camera. Oh, he's going to play it back to me. We've scored already. I was hoping that Camera was going to shoot himself and that we might get an assist, but he played the quick 1-2, and there was no power on that shot whatsoever, but it's floated towards that top corner. Like I say, when the ball's out wide on the left-hand side, I don't mind popping up in a central area. What a finish, by the way. If you haven't hit the like button already, definitely do, because I tell you what, that's a great opening goal of our career. No power on it, like we say, but the placement, exquisite finish. Thank you, Camera. I wanted him to shoot so we can get an assist. In the end, it's us that ends up on the score sheet. 1-0 Derby County. Kaiser into Sabitzer. Oh, I tell you what, my finish was decent, but that was even better. A ripper from Sabitzer. No sooner do we take the lead, we concede at the other end and they pull it back level. Working the ball about nicely and the chest down and then that volley into the top corner. Wow, what a finish. I tell you what, the standard of finishing in this game has been so good so far and there's still 40 minutes of the second half to go. Sabitzer lays it back. Now, I don't know whether to push in situations like that. No! What is going on? These volleyed finishes. The one-touch shots. It's 2-1 Red Bull Leipzig. In the space of 10 second-half minutes, we've had 3 truly world-class goals. That's been dropped in, headed down to him, and then pings it. What? I can't believe this is happening. What a start to the second My Player series. I almost don't mind that we're 2-1 down with goals of that quality. Keepers saw it very, very late as well, thanks to the positioning of Yusuf Poulsen. But what a strike. Well, I'm going to push down the right-hand side here, and Camera will play me in if I call for it, which he has done. Now, do we try and take on the defender? Well, I turned around the defender after he'd already committed to the challenge. We'll get this to Camera. That's our 10th short pass of the game. Short passing is up 1 already. That's good. Starting to get accomplishments here and grow as a professional already, even on our debut. Olsen, I don't know whether to tuck inside here like we did last time or try and stay out wide and maybe try and get a goal at the back post if Thomas Ince can find a cross. I've called for it. It's going to go to Camera. The header is on target and Gulashi makes a very good save down low. Corner for Leipzig. In stoppage time, my guy is absolutely shattered. We definitely need to work on stamina, but unfortunately for us, it looks like it's going to be a defeat in our first game in a Derby County shirt, but we've put in a good performance. In fact, Bryson, we may have been able to create something else, but there goes the ball over the top and the final whistle. That's going to bring episode number 1 of this second series to a close. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm delighted to have scored a goal on our debut. That's absolutely fantastic. We've gone up 1 rating as well to 67. We're getting loads of different accomplishments here. Sprint speed's up 1, stamina's up 1 as well. They'll definitely help when it comes to our abilities on the right-hand side of midfield. You need a lot of stamina to track back defensively too. And of course, sprint speed will help when getting past opposition players. 100% pass accuracy rate as well. 100% shooting accuracy rate and a goal. 4 shots, 4 on target for Derby. 4 shots, 3 on target for Leipzig. But they come away with a 2-1 win. Despite the defeat, very pleased with the first game of this new series. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to ensure you don't miss out on any further episodes of this series or the AC Milan Career Mode series, which will come to you later on this afternoon again as always. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.